It is a dark time in Sigil, literally. It's like the light that is projected through the inside of the. You about knocked her over here. So the light that's through. As we look around, there are fires and buildings that are in the process of falling. There are people that look like they're screaming and running, looking for shelter, but it is quiet. We hear no sounds, no rumbling, nothing that led us up to this moment. The last thing that happened was Opus, otherwise known as Bad, has run out of the clinic that he put his allies in. When he came out, he saw the devastation that was happening, looking around, and everything got dark and silent. And from the shadows emerged a figure. A figure that only appeared after he said a particular word that he was given by Shemeska, and basically guaranteed that he'd be given an audience with who he seeks. An ancient, nameless one that has been given the title of Pain, that she's a lady of. Henceforth, the Lady of Pain. So, as she stands before him, I don't know what's in his mind, or between his pages, but she leans forward and greets him welcome, and she says, "But your word." It's like, "Hello, grandson." And she leans back and stands fully erect in her 10 to 12 foot, maybe more, glory. She looked bigger before she leaned down. Now she comes back, and now she's just large, but not necessarily too large, as what you believe that her hard, expressionless mask is looking at you. At least you believe that. Now you see no eyes, you see no expression other than what has been welded and beaten into this eyeless, mouthless shape. And in a way, it is very beautiful and fitting, considering your face is very similar. And the fact is that it is made almost what seems like it's out of the same material. So she has knives protruding in this fluorescent headdress. So even you know that even though it is appealing to look at, it is also terrifying, because like many flowers, they are to be looked at by far. Sadly, she is not afar. So she is within arm's reach. You notice that she has garments that hang down, and there are even knives attached to it. You do not see any hands, but it looks like she has them sort of folded up inside of her, like you can see the sleeves going forward, almost like a kangaroo type pouch. So her head tilts down, and in her molded eyes in her mask look like they fit your gaze. So she's looking at you.
So I hold the letter up. One word is all it takes to bring you about? What is this word? Is it your name? I don't know. What is this?
She looks and she says, "It is a name that has been struck from your pages."
Yeah, obviously.
So
it took me 5 minutes to figure out how to pronounce it.
So,
and then you show up. Grandmother.
She said it is fitting that a book speak that word, considering the very first letter that was ever written in you was written by that name.
I mean, I don't even know the point in even rolling an insight check. I mean, I don't think she ever is going to lie, but okay, that's still.
Call her a liar. Let's watch it. Go
No.
ahead. Call
I mean, but that's still a 24.
So that gives you insight that it might be a name of a person. A person or thing would write. And we're under assumption we don't know it. It could be a place. It could be. It could be a continent, but now it seems like it was written. So
this word here is, or was, a person, a humanoid, or a non-humanoid, or a machine, or
it was what it believed to be a god. Until it was taught otherwise.
By you?
So, by many, God and mortal alike.
So what you're saying is, I was not created by a dragon.
So, you were reforged by a dragon.
The truth just keeps getting deeper and deeper about me. And I'm looking around. Is there anybody on the streets or anything like that?
They're all frozen.
Everything I see is frozen.
Like there's no sound from it. It's all frozen. It's dark. It's almost like there's enough light that you can sort of see her through the shadow.
Okay.
But it's very, very dark. Everything almost looks like it's made of dust and shadow because it's just enough light.
So you have frozen time right now?
So he says, I have...
Or frozen the space around us.
It's like, I have not stopped time, because it is not a power that I have. But I can take us to a realm where time passes. It's like a blink of an eye is millennium here.
Oh, okay.
So
I have no worries.
I control the time and space around Sigil.
So I have no worries about being seen.
It's as if you can you understand the words on the wind? So it's like, I can.
You can. I've not learned yet.
So, but no one here shall know the word that you uttered.
Okay. So then I just project myself out.
Like in the book.
Yeah.
You want to come out?
No. I mean, there's no point in me being in this form in your presence.
Yes, I know the truth. So she looks. You said, do you believe a mere dragon could create a book that could give answers and questions? It's like,
I can only believe what was written in my pages.
So yes, I was the original author on your new pages inserted into you.
So the author of the old pages was this person?
Correct. It's like you were his spell book.
Oh, great.
And with you were able to help me create Thetadolyon. So with your power, with the questions and answers, I was able to create a world that brought everything together, but yet was apart.
So, is it safe to assume when you created Thetadolyon, this being here on this piece of parchment was also in Thetadolyon?
No.
No.
It's like, do you think I could something that could create something like you? Do you think they'd be willing to give up their spell book?
No.
You being a wizard yourself, would you ever give up your spell book?
No, but my assumption was that this being was in Thetadolyon and you created me to counteract him to destroy him. That was my assumption.
No. I created Thetadolyon to make sure that I did not make the mistakes of my past. So, a place that I could put trouble here. So, trouble across the multiverse, I was able to put loose ends, broken fragments, things that can unravel. It's like, sometimes it's better to remove threads that could create more threads. It's like Thetadolyon was my solution to a problem that came about from your original handler.
And he's no longer a problem now.
He will always be a problem because while I can do things to gods, I cannot destroy them. It's just my hope in time that they are forgotten and they lose their power. So, one of her little knife chain things sort of goes over. After all, even though I could take care of this whispered one, I could not destroy anything he ever made, including you, which I tried. So instead of destroying it, I decided to reform it and reforge it. It's like, and fate has a way of drawing all the items to you.
All the items. Which items do you speak of?
Your cloak.
Okay.
It's like your scroll to rewrite the multiverse.
Well, the scroll to rewrite the multiverse was not this person's original scroll, was it?
Yes. He can. It's like I only procured it and learned of it, and I stopped it and I acquired it. But such a valuable item can always come in handy.
It can. Although it should be you using it, not me.
So I cannot use it because that scroll is designed to create without me.
Without you.
Yes. If I would use the scroll, a final testament to the Whispered One's cunning, believing that I would be tempted by this, that if I would use his scroll, it's like, and try to recreate it, not using my own power, but his, that in a cruel twist, that he would replace me, say a final safeguard to his plot.
So why would you give it to Omni and Omni give it to me?
So, I gave it to Omni because he is not me. So, and in turn, being immortal, mortals have dreams and wants and ideas. So, if Omni wished for me to come back, it was like I could come back. But it's like you or I, since we have been touched by Vecna, or the Whispered Ones, I won't say Vecna. Since we've been touched by the Whispered One, his plans can come true. So it was his hope that a god or higher being would find it and want to make the world in their own image. The problem is, if you were powerful enough, it would awaken him and put him back into power. So it removes me. So we have discovered, it's like, but I've discovered this. So I had put safeguards in. It's like you must find someone worthy enough that you believe that could shape the multiverse how it should be, not how we want it.
Like Omni.
It's like Omni was a follower of knowledge, whether it was good or bad. It was always needed to set things right, because you cannot have a fully good world. You cannot have a fully bad world, because it will crumble and fall. It's like you must have a balanced world that has everything in it. Believe me, I have tried, and we've done it. Your own world that you've seen, Thetadolyon, we have started it over many times and tried many different things. So we have restarted it with the worst way possible. We have started it with everything good. We have tried to guide it. But the natural progression is letting the multiverse be and letting it find its own way. And that is something that is beyond any God's power. Because we feel that our domains are perfect. This is why I despise them, because they want everything to fit into their domains. It's like, I am nothing and I am everything. But I am no domain. I am just the lighthouse at the end of the multiverse. And things that threaten the multiverse, I have put in Thetadolyon. Through my folly, when I was banishing people, I was creating infinite layers of the abyss. Because I can either destroy or contain. But when I would put things, even gods that are long since forgotten, they had to go somewhere. So it created new layers of the Shadowfell and the abyss. While they were gone, their influence was not. So I needed a place that was a natural progression. Hence, again, Thetadolyon was born.
Multiple times.
But never again. At least not by my hand.
How many times did you reset Thetadolyon?
I don't know how many pages you got.
More than I can even count.
So, what you don't understand is like what you are not comprehending. This time here is different from Thetadolyon.
Yeah.
A day to me could be 1,000 years in Thetadolyon and reset.
That's true.
So, but it matters not, because you were there to witness it.
From the beginning.
And
So-
your sister.
I have a sister book.
Oh, the Book of Thetadolyon.
Oh.
It's like she was there to record it. And you were there to live it. So her insight is nuts. So
It's probably about a 7,000 or something.
well, it's just it's a plus 20.
Wow, I figured it'd be higher than that. I
Well,
figured it
it's
was
just
like plus
it's
30 something. That's really what I expected.
Anything 10 and above is crit.
That is
So-
fascinating.
So she looks. She says, you probably wonder why I call you my grandson.
I wonder why you're even speaking to me, but
So I created Thetadolyon, and you were actually born of that world.
was I the firstborn in that world?
So you were the firstborn that was truly born of the world. So in turn, it's like I was the mother of Thetadolyon. The 7 liches that I helped guide and help create it were your fathers. But your original father, again, was a lich. But you were adopted by the rest of the world and me.
Oh, so this name here, this... Yeah, I might not want to say that name again.
It's like once is enough.
So this whispered one is a lich.
Well,
Was he one of these 7 liches
No.
that created him? Okay. Well, I'm a curious question. So where are these 7 liches that created Thetadolyon?
They came from various realms that were dying. It's like, and I gave them an offer. Serve me.
They're not
or-
they're not the same. Well, 5 of the liches that I just seen a few hours ago, are they?
It's like, no. Those liches cannot leave until recently.
They cannot leave Thetadolyon?
Until recently. The one I believe that you know that is the bishop has fled with the help of Mistra for
So-
various reasons.
So what about the corrupt one that is trying to wreck everything. And I'm assuming he's trying to bring this person back.
So it's like those liches have had their memory of the Whispered One wiped out, along with everything in that world. So if they would discover him, it's like, and he would start gaining power again. It's like, so the whole multiverse would be at risk again.
Well, isn't it already at risk with Cyric?
So Cyric is just a puppet.
Seems like he's doing a pretty decent job right now.
So while Cyric is cunning, be warned that he likes chaos. So you being a thing of rules and information are everything he isn't.
So,
but you also believe that he could stay the course over a long period of time without deviating from his own plan.
I'm sure he's deviated many times.
Correct. And like many things, like a captain on a ship sailing through a hurricane, sometimes you let the waters take you, but at some point something, namely the rudder, has to take you back. So the real issue is, who is the rudder? So, and sadly, the rudder is something of my own creation.
It is your own creation. Well, considering I don't think you ever created a god.
No, but gods and other things can rise up through will alone, much like the Whispered One, much like your friend Bellany. It's like, and I enabled a folly in your world. Like, while we tried to control the world, the very first time, we controlled it too much. And
is that why you never visit Thetadolyon?
I'm not allowed to go. I'm not allowed to leave here. It's like, this is my home, and this is my curse.
So you basically just see Thetadolyon through the eyes of others, or through the eyes of me, or?
So I see the eyes through many things. I had wardens, so to speak, the dragons that you knew.
Oh. Well,
but I also had, let's say, the original administrator of Thetadolyon, one that was supposed to be a counterweight.
And I'm assuming this is the one that has become the rudder, so to speak, for Cyric.
Yes. It's like, what I did not account for is something that is true chaos.
True.
And Cyric used this true chaos to corrupt my order that I'd sent him.
This would not have been the corrupt side of Azuth, was it?
No.
No.
So Azuth was sent there to heal.
He's done a whole lot more than heal. He's caused a lot of chaos.
So, that piece of him.
Yes, there. That's why I said the
So,
corrupt side of Azuth.
The piece that was touched by Amadeus.
Amadeus.
Yes, the greatest devil of all is from hell.
know nothing about him, do I? So if he was the greatest devil, why is there no markings in my pages of Amadeus?
So it's like, oh, I know his name.
Oh, so Amadeus is not his actual name, or that is his true name, and
That's-
that is not what he goes by now.
Well, that is one of the names that he goes by, one of the most popular. So he still has a deeper name that only very, very few know.
Kind of like you. Only one knows.
She doesn't really answer that about names.
I was not
I
asking
know.
a question. I
I
was
was
just
saying
making
that-
a statement.
Oh, that's she was just interpreting what you were if you
Just
were trying
making. Nope.
if you were trying to dig.
Nope. To you, or to me, yeah, you call me grandson, so you're grandmother. So, how do you spell Amadeus?
Oh, I call it that word.
Okay.
Just to spell how you think. So,
Yeah, I'll write it down later.
Asmodeus. No, it's
I was wondering. I'm like,
that's on purpose.
okay.
I'm like, who is Amadeus? I'm like, okay, yeah, okay. Now that makes sense. That fits.
Yeah. So, because that's a highly guarded name. And here's the thing: is like she has a name. There's only one person that knows her name. That's supposedly canon. So, and here's the thing: names have
Power.
So names have the ultimate power.
That's why I've kept mine secret.
So
I keep mine secret. I'm learning from you and not even knowing that I'm learning from you.
no, there are rules always written.
That's true. You sent Presto to help me along the path, didn't you?
Presto chose to stay behind with his friends when he sent his friends home in a world that very rarely replicates. A dear friend of mine who also does not have a name used them to save his son, and he was able to send them home. Presto had been touched by the realms. It's like more than the others. And we knew if he went back, he would shatter that world. So we fostered his light to be here.
Will his copy of himself recover?
So it's like the question is, where does the copy start and begin? It's like, and who was the copy? Was it? So and in time he will possibly learn to do that himself. But time is funny. As we see here, it's sometimes slow, sometimes fast. Sometimes the rules are those of who make it. Ask your time dragon companion.
I need to have a few words with him anyway.
After all, the metal that he was given came from my own private stores.
The metal?
Yes, so it's made out of your body. It's the same material. It's the same material as her. So again, another reference to the grandson, because you were made of her.
Yeah. So it was you that put the idea in Kronos' head to allow me to get around Sigil without being basically murked.
So here, everyone is very concerned about what I'm made of. It's very easy to give a emanation coming from you to be like, do not be messed with, or be drawn to where you need to go.
I guess it worked to an extent. Some
It's
people
like-
did take interest in it.
So did they take interest in you or what you possessed?
The metal skin, I do believe. Everyone commented on it. That I know of. Unless there's more than I'm overlooking.
No, a lot of times the people they whispered or they looked, and they never no one ever really came near you, or got in your way. They're always clear.
No.
Most time they always cleared the path for the most part.
No, I mean, but I'm just thinking of the ones that, well, I was tiny then, so they were just after Presto, but Shemeska did take quite an interest in me.
So remember, she's very, very smart.
Yeah.
It's like she's one of the supposed to be one of the smartest non-wizards
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I mean, there was a couple that took high
No,
interest.
so you don't have to roll insight on it, but more likely what you think with her is like if she assumed that you were made out of the same thing with the Lady of Pain, so she dare not cross you, because maybe you're playing a game for the Lady of Pain.
Yeah.
So always good to play both sides.
Mm.
So always good to play both sides.
Yeah. So, Cyric has really become an issue for, well, hold on. Hold that thought. Back to Presto. Presto said something before he died, and it's had me curious, really curious, as to what he meant by it. Because I had a conversation with Cyric not long ago. Then Cyric killed Presto, or cut him up. And Presto said that he asked if I'd asked Cyric any questions. And I told him I wasn't playing his games. And he told me that I've already lost. What would I have lost by not playing Cyric's game?
I don't know, we'll see if she's willing to answer. Oh crap. So how should I interpret that? In fact, she should answer or not? I rolled a 1.
50-50.
So no, that's like I'll answer. If she wanted to keep a secret at this point with that one, I'll answer it. So let me ask you a question. Is it fun to play a game when there are no rules?
It's not fun to play a game at all. I mean, I'm based in facts. What's the fun in playing games?
But when you play a game, it's like
Someone gets hurt. Someone gets burnt. And I don't want crispy edges.
but that's not the question I asked. It's like answer straightforward. It's really a yes no question. Is it fun to play a game that has 0 rules?
No.
So alright, that's the first part. It's like, does Sarek play with any rules?
No.
So
Not that I'm aware of, anyway.
Mhm.
If he has a rule, then
So what's-
he doesn't make it.
So what does Sarek need?
To thrive, chaos.
Yes. So to play his game, what do you need to do?
Not cause chaos.
And how do you do that?
Put rules in it.
So
Throw some rules at his game.
make rules for his game.
Mm-hmm.
So his game, he will always win when there are no rules. But if you can create rules for the game, you cannot defeat a god. It's impossible to defeat a god. But when the time comes, which you know what you need to do to defeat Sarek, it's like you have you and your party have tamed cards. You have some on yourself that have been tamed.
Yes.
So you have taken chaos and applied rules and regulations to them. So your companions have more rules and regulations coming.
But what rules can put order in Cyric? I mean, besides his book and these cards.
So you must find a way for him to play by the rules, and you can possibly win against.
Possibly. No guarantee, but possibly.
Depends on the rules that you make. It's like if you do not play, if you do not play and you play by his rules, he changed. Like does what he wants. It's like you all have been. Again, taming chaos, making rules.
Would destroying some of his chaos help?
I'm trying to understand your gist.
I mean, would...
Like, examples. Give me examples. What are you thinking?
I mean, chaos feeds him.
Correct. That's
Yes.
That's part of it. Like he's taken over chaos as a domain.
Yes, exactly.
So,
So what I'm trying to get at is, what if you go to some of the chaotic places and restore order? What if you...
It's like won't be enough time to stop that.
Won't be enough time?
It's like... But hey, look, since it's like we've already lost. Sigil will be gone soon.
Is that why the buildings are shaking?
Yes. Your world is crashing down on us as we speak. So I can buy a little bit of time.
What did you do with the Whispered One? Where did you put him? And you're pointing at?
You like your cape.
Okay. I assumed that, but I did not want to assume.
So
I'd rather know in fact.
it is a dead place. A place that has killed all their magic.
So what if we put Cyric in this cape?
Impossible.
Impossible? You managed to tame and...
I had to destroy the entire multiverse to put him in there and redo it under my rules, and even then I couldn't destroy him. So I trapped him in something of his own creation.
And yet you release it out into the world.
And she leans forward. She says, "We can do that with Sarah,
But it'll release...
but I have to release the Whispered One."
Yeah, no thanks.
It's like, because that world that he's like that world that the Whispered One is a world of laws. It's kill or be killed. That is the law of the land. There's no chaos. It's like it is the worst. It is the worst realm of all. In all the multiverse, it is the worst one, and I do not let it replicate.
Which realm is that? What's the name of the realm?
So it's actually the Dark Sun realm.
The Dark Sun. Never heard of it.
Yeah, well, but it's super low magic realm. Things like Conan, like if you really think like that, there's some magic, there's some other stuff, but it's like super. It used to have a lot of magic there, but the history of it's really cool. But it's like World Warrior Conan put together.
rough place.
It's basically like a desert place, and it's like water is the highest commodity.
Almost sounds like that. God, what is that planet there in 40K?
If it's one I'm thinking of, probably. But it's just...
I can't think of the name.
Think of it like Dune, but worse.
Yeah.
But way worse.
Yeah. Thanks. Life expectancy on that planet is probably about 3 seconds.
It doesn't take much.
Okay, so
again, I give you all choices. So you can defeat Sarek by trading places with Whispered One.
okay.
So
It sounds to
The-
me
the
like that
devil
right
you
there
know,
is
right?
the worst option.
So it's like the devil, you know, right?
Yeah.
You can instill rules to him and play his game, or you're welcome to confront him and put your strength versus his.
But still, that none of these will destroy him.
But you can't destroy chaos. He's become chaos himself.
But what will it do if we manage to defeat him?
If you can weaken him enough, so we might be able to seal him for a certain amount of time, like we did before. After all, we sent him to your world,
Yeah.
but sadly he corrupted someone.
Mask.
Nope.
No?
I already had a mask with him.
Oh.
The rudder driver.
Speaking of the rudder, who was the rudder? Oh, Asmodeus. No?
Asmodeus has to do with Azad.
Yeah.
So you've seen my Grand Warden.
Where did I see your Grand Warden?
It's in your pages. You know history if you need to. If you reference your.
Yeah, I don't have to because I'm trying to think. That's a natural 20.
Right. So it was the Great King, the one that balanced and everyone loved, and that fell, that beat the crap out of Bahamut. Remember, like he smacked down Bahamut in front of you.
Yeah.
all?
See,
So,
I was thinking, you know,
like that
my thought was that was Vecna that done that, but no.
That was her warden. He started off like he was the one balance. And remember, he broke it. That happened in the first cycle.
So the Great King is the one that released Sarek.
Well, no, Sarek was always there.
Well, still.
But Sarek whispered in his mind and corrupted him and introduced the craziest thing, the most chaotic thing in the world. Love. It's like the Great King had purpose, drive, creating wonders. But whispers came and flowed through, and he introduced him to the other gods that could come into the realm that I allowed to be there, Bahamut and Tyr and several of the others. So little did I know that Sarek would find a way to make him curious about Bahamut's sister, and introduce and find a way to get the Great King to ask Bahamut to meet other deities, which included his sister. He fell in love with his sister, and Bahamut forbade it. So, and banished his sister from ever being in that plane and cut it off. It festered over time. And then when the Great King pled to Bahamut and begged and even got down on his knees and did everything, Bahamut still said no. And at that point it broke him. And he became, instead of lawful, he became something else and broke and shattered. And heroes from the realm rose up and fought him. And with some of the outside help, we were able to empower them enough. And then Then one decided to rise up and fight them with a strict code of cowardice. But still they stepped up and went against their nature and destroyed the great king and broke him apart. Thousands of him.
So thousands of pieces of him. So does the Great King still technically exist?
Yes. So, and he's been working on putting himself together. And what's sad is evil is always the easiest way to put together. And what was left, it was nothing but his pain and loss and sorrow for losing his beloved.
So the Great King is what most people in Thetadolyon refer to as the darkness.
Correct. So the darkness was growing, waiting, because Sarek promised him that he could get out. So Sarek used him, and then he used Sarek. Sarek broke the cycle of repeats that we did to confine them both. And the Great King has left to grant enough power that he feels that he can destroy the gods and regain his loved one.
Okay, so you're telling me that the Great King is on a power trip to become even more powerful than Sarek, and
he wants to become more powerful than Io, the greatest of the gods. So he wants to be the equal and opposite and destroy all except for his love.
So
and he's using Sarek. Sarek is his tool.
So not only do we have Sarek to deal with, we have the darkness to deal with.
But the darkness is no god.
Not yet.
So, but if he becomes the god of nothing, like it's his plan.
Then there would be no way to kill him. The god of nothing, the god of the black hole.
So the only way you can kill nothing is with something.
So I remember the story was legendary items that were used to destroy the darkness. There's only been a couple of those found. Are the rest of them still in Thetadolyon, or are they here?
So the legendary items were only granted powers through those that wield them because they believed. They applied rules to them and will. So they empowered them. So a tool is only a tool if you use it.
Yeah, I was just trying to think of tools to help us here.
But,
I mean, ways of coming up with.
The tool that
rules.
matters most is yourself.
Yeah.
It's like,
I know, rules. Gotta come up with rules. How can you even enforce rules against the god?
that's something that you have to figure out. Rules and codes. These are all mortal things that the gods have stolen from you, the living beings across the multiverse. So, and when we have taken it for power, when there's nothing, there's no rules. When you make something and you want to preserve it, you create a rule. It's like there are always codes and rules. Classes and ways to do things. Sarek has none of that. But you and your companions do.
You have rules, but getting him to follow any rules. way that I know to make a god follow rules is by placing it in his book. Who wrote the Book of Sirach?
Sarah did.
Well, but who follows it for... I mean, there has to be somebody that speaks it.
It's uncopyable. It's like when trying to, like when you read it, like it gives Sarah power and it breaks. After all, you have it in yourself.
Yeah, I do, but I mean, I know that he must have a temple or something where his followers.
It's like, oh, there are followers of Sarah. There are no rules.
Yeah, but
Like
there's no wording in the temples. I mean, they just
like,
drive on chaos.
Do what you wish. Murder, cheat, steal. It's like, and just the only rule is to thank Sarah.
Yeah, but
that is the rule.
Do they not have a guideline or a book that they read?
It is a book of deeds, examples per se.
Okay, so if you apply a rule to that book of deeds, will that not change things? Or would it just be that I need to add a page of rules into the book of Sirach that's within me and have him to read it?
So you've already applied the rules to the book of Sirach.
Yeah, with cards.
Yes, but you do not have rules with your questions and answers. Do both of those books not have rules?
They do, but wouldn't a god be able to bypass those on the book of questions and answers?
I don't know. Maybe maybe the trick is to do what Sarah did to so many others. Make him read the book.
Well, I plan on it.
But
I hope
not
to.
just skip to what he wants.
So instead of allowing him to just flip straight to his book, I should make him start at the beginning.
Isn't that what you do with all books?
Oh yeah, I mean, he's just wanting to skip to chapter 7,384 and...
It's all one book. It's like, you decide the rules. You decide the chapters. You decide what things is. You make the rules.
Okay.
So no one says the rules have to be fair. But rules are rules. And Sirach has done. It starts getting a little dimmer.
Time is passing upon us.
So it's like my power to slow things down with you in it is starting to come to an end.
And create rules for Sirach.
So you use those. You are not the only one that believes in rules and balance. Use those that are left. So I can stop time in the outer planes and Sigil for only so long. Take what you've learned, get your companions, and do what you feel you need to do.
I'm gonna need a portal to Eberron.
So that I can't help you. But
with all your portals,
if I open a portal, that's the end of here.
That's true.
I'm going to portal you to your friends. It's like they are entering the outer planes. It's like, and from there I am stopping the outer planes here. Sigil is already lost, but you can stop the loss of everything else.
Where do I find a way to get to Eberron?
The mortal realm, like all the planes are still going.
The planes are still going.
Yes,
okay.
It's just the outer planes, like the Great Wheel, the outer plane, like that section, like where Dink's placed and all that. It's like she's stopping Sigil and the outer planes. All the ones that are connected to is still okay.
Okay. So I have to get from here to a mortal plane and find a way to get to Eberron.
She looks and she tells you the only way that I think that can help is to go to my body. My original body.
17. You actually have a body?
It is wrapped around a great crystal in the ethereal sea.
I was just in the ethereal sea.
So in this place called the Radiant Citadel.
Oh.
So
Wait. 26 on history on.
I don't think we never crossed Radiant, have you? Like this
I
character?
can't think of any
But
time, but that's why I'm asking.
The other, like some of the ones coming, have been there.
So you have a mortal body in the
My body is wrapped around the crystal.
body is it's not a crystal, it's the crystal.
No, it's a giant crystal. Her body's wrapped around it. The crystal is not her body.
Yeah, in the Radiant Citadel.
And with that, it's like she's going to open a portal beneath you. And it's like it's starting to open. You better ask your question.
I kind of came also to get something from you. Something that might help along the way.
So it's just like it's in your jacket.
It's
Ask for it.
It's in the jacket? I've had it the entire time.
Yes. But no one knew except me. So so ask for it and it will come out of your cloak.
Do I need to be in the cloak?
Nope. Just ask for it. And from the inside of the thing, it comes out, and the page it's wrapped up, and has a seal of the Lady of Pain's face sealed on it.
Okay,
So,
I was about to come up with a way to ask,
yeah.
but okay.
The thing is, you don't have to read it. Like I said, you just open it up, and you can come insert it.
Do you have to insert it, or?
Nope. It's floating there. If you open it up, it will come, and it will go into.
This is the last page of his book.
Yes.
This has been a long time coming.
You have to be ready.
I still don't know if I'm ready.
It's like you're never ready until you are. It's like, remember, you make the rules when you're ready. And sometimes you just have to write the rules. Hey, I'm ready, and it becomes true.
This could get really interesting with Cyric now. If I write a bunch of rules,
Doesn't mean that he'll play by it.
no, but I can see if I can't force him to play ball.
So,
That's what you told me to do.
correct. So
If I write 1,000,000 rules and only get him to abide by 5 of them, I'm doing pretty good.
you better try for one. Remember, the more rules, the more chaotic. It's like don't forget that. So remember, just like in D&D, there's only one rule. Whatever the GM said. Right?
Yeah. So if I write the rule that the DM says you die, then Cyric dies.
Yeah, it only is that lucky. Right. So the portal opens up beneath you, and you're
I gotta pop back into my body first.
It'll take your whole thing. The whole body, it's the whole thing's there, and so you're going to be standing on a ledge, and you're going to actually see the spire, and you're going to see what looks like, I guess the easiest thing to say is a planet crashing down on the top of the spire, and it's like against Sigil. So like again, the whole sky is just full of what looks like a planet. So pressing down on Sigil. You are down, like I said, on this grassy knoll. Nothing's moving. There's no wind. Like you could probably see in the distance people. Everything is frozen. And behind you, there will be a door open. And you see shadows from behind the door. It looks like they're about to walk in on you.
You know, the others are? That's
Yeah.
what it looks like?
Yeah, so you're going to see figures. So, and they will be coming through soon and they'll be with you.
Okay.